In the previous part, we briefly told you about the structure and operation of the energy meridians and spirals of our planet, and about the presence of Hartmann, Curie, and Röntgen nodes at the intersections of meridians and spirals. Real architectural structures for receiving and transmitting information using energy balls, concentrators, were built on Curie nodes. Let's recall from previous episodes that the beat oscillations begin from one of the layers of the Sun's atmosphere, and then, using connection tubes with planets, the beat is transmitted to all objects of the interplanetary system. In our case, to Earth's satellite, the Moon, which in turn transmits this beat to 12 beat receivers on Earth. Then the beat oscillations enter the brain of the planet and through it into the energy grids of the atmosphere. These grids are officially called meridians and parallels are actually spirals. Information blocks form infinite chains in such a way that various foundations and structures are united into a single system. This system is the brain of the atmosphere, located in the range from a depth of 2,400 meters to a height of 12,400 meters. The atmospheric grids can be safely called the reinforcement framework of cold plasma. They fill all the space of the planet above and below the ground level. People, being in this structure, constantly cross these information blocks, breaking their structure. This happens approximately, as shown in the second series of the Terminator film, where the liquid metal robot crosses the bars in prison. After a rupture of the atmospheric grids caused by a moving person, they instantly recover by pumping out the necessary energy frequencies from the person's energy structures. But human recovery after this occurs more slowly, so after traveling some distance, you will inevitably get tired and be forced to rest to replenish lost energies. This is one of the causes of fatigue. Also, during the passage through atmospheric grids, a person inevitably and necessarily receives all information that is intended for people of his brain genotype. Through the facets of atmospheric information blocks, frequency ranges are transmitted to ensure the existence of non-material and material objects, people, and all living beings. The control program information for managing weather, earthquakes, typhoons, hurricanes, and other natural phenomena is also transmitted through them. The hierarchy of control in space is simple. Higher frequency ranges control lower ones. The frequency range of the perfection of the planetary brain is 2 to the power of 512 oscillations per second, while for humans, the frequency range of the perfection of the brain is maximum, 2 to the power of 64 oscillations per second. This is a huge difference. Complete control of humanity and the monitoring of its execution. People simply have no possibility not to execute such programs and commands of the control system. Everything is carried out unquestioningly and impeccably. Control over the implementation of decisions of the Earth control system is carried out using control cords, so-called UFOs, plasmoids, pets, and insects. Control cords are an energy structure similar to a curtain, which stretches from the northern polar circle to the southern. A control cord produces complete control of the human habitat in 2 hours and 10 minutes, making a complete revolution around the Earth during this time. The collected information allows for frequency correction of the environment from a depth of 2,200 meters to a height of 12,400 meters within a few hours, creating ideal conditions for the existence of humans and other biostructures. However, it is impossible in principle to collect all the information from one person in a single viewing. For example, additionally, the Kailas control complex for control purposes removes part of a person's brain for a long period and performs a comparative analysis with a given program. And during this time, the person sleeps. During the control period, they are shown a new video film, perceived as a dream. Other control systems cannot afford to have unlimited time for collecting and analyzing the situation, so a unique method was created. Each frequency present in a human is copied into extraneous biostructures, into pets and insects. And when passing through the control cord, these biostructures respond to the request in resonance mode. Thus, billions of biostructures provide information about the health status of a person in the control environment. For more details about UFOs and plasmoids, you can watch the Atakan studio film, UFO Declassified. The structure of the atmospheric grid consists of information blocks called the dodecahedral control cube. An icosahedron is inscribed in each dodecahedron. The number of nested structures is 44. Each such structure has its own frequency range. And as the frequency range increases, the size of the structure decreases. Each such nesting is the shell of some program of the Earth control system. There are no instruments on Earth that could detect them. The dodecahedral cube is a generator of atomic structure. The operation of the generator is set by the Earth control system. It is these generators that materialize water from energies in the second layer of the atmosphere, at a height that is from 1,200 meters to 6,400 meters. Clouds are containers for transporting the additional energy potentials needed for water materialization. Currently, only the cubic grid of the information block is used. It transmits frequency ranges for the life support of all biostructures on the planet and is used for transmitting all types of communication: radio, TV, digital, wireless technologies, radars, etc. Only 5% of the capabilities of the Earth control system are being used so far. Now all these cubic grids are working with an overload. Imagine that the life of all biostructures on the planet depends on the work of only 5% of capabilities, plus the operation of all devices and digital gadgets. Each year, more and more various digital devices and different types of wireless technologies appear, and all this fills the frequency ranges of cubic structures for their operation. In connection with this, overloads in operation are increasing, and failures of various types of communication will only intensify. These failures seriously affect human health as well. There are few large-scale failures so far, because each type of communication uses its own frequency spectrum. But this is only for now. Since 2011, our planet has been undergoing a process of transition from the interventionist control system to the native and true control system of planet Earth. And naturally, all wireless digital technologies that interfere with the operation of the native system will be modified over time. The time frames for these processes are unknown, but there is no doubt that this will happen.